Come on down. The Price is Right. And now, here is the star of The Price is Right, Bob Barker.
You're okay? Okay.
I welcome you to The Price is Right. Thank you. I thank you. Here is the first item up for bids today.
It's a new Lexus!
That's for the one of you four who bids nearest to the actual retail price without going over. What do you bid?
$108,764, Bob.
You're up.
Bob, I think I'm gonna do $91,437.
And Terrence.
I got a good feeling about this one, Bob. I'm gonna do $134.85.
The actual retail price is
$134,085.
Just like that. That's all there is to it. That's all there is to it. A winner. Just like that.
PB&C is what I'm thinking of.
Okay. I know right out of the gate, criticizing this for the price, it's a little bit easy. I mean, it's like saying, call me crazy, but I think vehicular homicide is reprehensible in most civilized societies. You're not taking a risk when you say that, nobody's gonna criticize you. But man, $135,000. That is a lot of money. Look, there's a lot of things to like on the 22 Lexus LX 600. For me, the grille, this prodigious grille, I mean, it kind of puts you in the mind of the Predator monster. So the LX that we're in here, this is the ultra luxury. The luxury, the trim just below it, has an MSRP of $106,000. The next trim up, the highest trim, this is the most expensive Lexus vehicle in their entire line. This is the flagship. The next step up from the luxury is $26,000 more expensive. 26 grand. That's another car. So the LX 600, what I'm sitting in here, for 22, this replaced the outgoing LX 570. That used a 5.7 liter V8. This uses a 4.3 liter twin turbo V6. That makes 407 horsepower and like 470 pound-feet of torque. This thing will take you from 0 to Chauncey Call My Life Coach in 6.1 seconds as tested, listed as 6.4. But seriously, wow, for a vehicle this heavy, for it to scoot that much, well, that's impressive. The interior situation, it's amazing. These seats are a diamond stitched aniline leather. In fact, there's like a urethane coating on here that the engineers at Lexus purposely applied to minimize the amount of unwanted movement in the seats. And I kind of get it. Have you ever been on a seat that's been hyper moisturized or just slick and you just kind of slide right off? You don't do that in these. You only move when you want to move. It's kind of cool. This is all almost like airplane inspired. You've got these dome lights here that have actual metal rings around them, and you activate all this stuff through a touchpad here. So let's see if I can remember how to do this, unless I got it wrong. And you turn it on, so if you get up here, and I like how it chooses to fade. It isn't like on a breaker, nice little fades, and then you can bring it down gradually. But the on position, it's kind of cool. So this is cool too, so check this out. They give you these nice genuine leather covers for the monitors when they're not in use. There's one over there too. And these are fully Apple Music, streaming your audio, your video. This is a one-stop shop to do anything you want to do. There's also an HDMI port in this tunnel here, so if you want to connect your PlayStation or Xbox or what have you, I mean, you're going to live good back here. For something that's supposed to be a luxury coach for a head of state or what have you, in the general seating position, you'd think there would be more legroom than this. If you're thinking that doesn't look like a lot, it's because it's not a lot. And by the way, I just feel compelled to remind you, this is a $134,000 large SUV that seats a maximum of 4 people. So just keep that in mind. As I'm sitting here, the passenger rear occupant gets all the loving in this car. So this side, you got recline, that's great. Here, this is where all the magic happens. Let me show you what I mean. So you're on a long road trip and you need to kick back and relax. Well, here's the place to do it. I'm going to select the right, no, actually first, not that. I'm going to select the passenger seat. So I can control the passenger seat, all the movement from back here. So I select passenger. Now I'm running this. I am going to shove this all the way up. And hold. 2 hours later. So you'll notice it goes quite far. And now I'm going to move the seat back all the way up. Once I move that into the position, I select the right rear seat, which is the seat I'm sitting in, and now I can work the ottoman. So I believe it's this one. No, that's it. Right there, the ottoman button. So now watch. It's all the way down. Now, I'll remind you, with boots on, with my Red Wing Iron Rangers or whatever these are, I'm 6'3", almost. I am good. Like I'm great. I am fully extended and I am loving life back here. That's really cool. Like that's impressive. You can only do it if you're sitting over here or if you don't have somebody riding up there, which means now you're transporting 3 people and not 4. But you get it. I'll set the scene. You've been picked up from the airport. You run a small country. It's very stressful. And you need some R&R. What you do is go to your screen and select the relaxation tab. You're given some options here. Would you like a full body refresh with the massaging motors in the seat? Would you like a full body stretch, a full body simple, just your upper body, just your lower body, or would you like it to just work your shoulders or your lumbar? I will say this, I did try every one of these features, and the interesting thing is, it is not like a lot of gimmicky seat massagers where it kind of feels like it's just randomly inflating a bladder in the seat with air. This feels purposeful. It feels good. It feels like wealth. This other thing is a feature that has been in the Lexus LX for a long time. It's still not any less cool. It's the cool box, which is great. It is a refrigerator box in here. And the cool thing about this one is they give the rear passengers their own access to it so they can get a cool, refreshing beverage. In fact, if I want to turn it on, I just click that. You can hear the motor running. And then you shut it for a while, and then you open it up, and when you're ready for your champagne and caviar, you're golden. Count your dividends. But keep in mind, the difference between the luxury and the ultra luxury is everything that's happening back here. And all of this cost $26,000 extra. All right, we do need to talk about this. All of that prodigious legroom that you get when you extend, it can really cut into here. In fact, there's even this like cloth barrier that kind of politely reminds you, don't load this up too much and then get up there and fully extend, because you're going to end up with some crushed luggage or a crushed seat. You know what I mean though? I mean, that is not a ton of room.
So then, the Lexus LX 600, it's a truck of contradictions. The rugged, reliable Land Cruiser heritage is buried somewhere underneath all that gilded opulence. a splendor that would make the Caesars blush. The price is astonishing, and in return, you get extravagant, impractical features wrapped in styling that's equal parts fastidious and flabby. But while testing the car, I texted a good friend of mine, a certified car nut that can drive whatever he wants. I was going on about my problems with the LX, and he actually had a simple, thoughtful rebuttal. He wrote, "I see your point, but are there cars more luxurious to be driven around in that aren't twice the price?" And then I understood where his headspace was at. He's thinking Maybach, he's thinking Bentley or Rolls-Royce, coach vehicles in which you'll likely be driven, cars that cost anywhere between $300,000 and $500,000. And when you think about it that way, maybe there's something to be said about a $134,000 land barge, built by the quality-obsessed Lexus group that won't break down and will get you where you need to go. Maybe, just maybe, the price is right. Nah, we're just kidding. Price is totally wrong. But my friend does have a point.